Look around you. Literally everything that moves, stands still, or holds its shape is dictated by something completely invisible. We're talking about forces. Welcome to this explainer, where we're diving into a real-world introduction to forces. My goal today is to take this basic concept and just completely break it down through some really cool dynamic applications. We're going to look at high-speed transportation, some delicate structural tests, and, even the future of travel, all to figure out exactly how the physical world interacts. Picture this. You're piloting a hovercraft, right? You're skimming across the water, hitting the beach at like 60 miles per hour. There are absolutely no wheels gripping the pavement, no hull cutting through the water. So how on earth is this machine actually moving? Well, to understand the mechanics of this thing, we really have to break down the specific components that make that kind of fast-paced motion possible.
Okay, let's dive into this. A hovercraft relies on two main features. Down on the bottom, you've got this giant inflated cushion, and that provides the lift. But the real star of the show, the absolute key to how this vehicle actually moves, is that massive fan mounted right there in the back. That giant spinning fan is doing all the heavy lifting to propel you forward. But to understand exactly what it's doing to the air around it, we need to take a look at the invisible mechanics at play.
Section 1. Defining the invisible. So at its core, a force is really just a push or a pull that changes the motion or even the shape of an object. Think about that giant hovercraft fan. It's basically applying this continuous, massive push. It violently forces the air backward, which in turn violently pushes the hovercraft itself forward. It's pretty wild when you think about it that way. But here's the thing, a simple push or pull just isn't enough to drive a vehicle like that. A force actually relies on two vital ingredients: strength and direction. Because if that fan just blasted air randomly everywhere, you just spin completely out of control, right? The driver actually steers by controlling exactly how fast the fan spins, which is the strength, and exactly where that air is pointed, which is the direction. To really make sense of the physical world, we categorize these invisible pushes and pulls. We've got gravity, friction, magnetism, applied forces, and normal forces. So the hovercraft's fan pushing the air, that's an applied force. The cushion hovering over the ground deals with friction and normal forces, all while gravity is constantly pulling that entire 2-ton vehicle downward. Now, magnetism might not be driving this particular ride, but it is another fundamental piece of the puzzle. By breaking the world down into these specific types of forces, we build our foundational knowledge of how objects actually interact. Section 2, the card tower test. Okay, so we've looked at the noisy, high-octane motion of a hovercraft fan. Now, let's completely switch gears and look at extreme stillness. How does a house of cards actually stay standing? Did you know the world record for a card tower is over 25 feet tall? And that's built without a single drop of glue or a piece of tape. If forces are literally always acting on us, what invisible tug-of-war is keeping this incredibly fragile structure from just instantly collapsing? Well, if you try to build a self-standing structure using only playing cards, you are forced to literally balance the invisible. You have to analyze the forces keeping it up. You're accounting for gravity, pulling every single card down, friction keeping the delicate edges from slipping, and normal forces pushing right back up from the table. Honestly, just like piloting that hovercraft, you are perfectly managing the strength and direction of forces. It just proves that physics is just as active in total stillness as it is at 60 miles per hour. And finally, Section 3, the hoverboard reality. We've seen how hovercrafts use those massive, powerful fans to master the forces of nature, and how a simple card tower relies on perfect balance. So let's zoom out and look to the future. What would actually have to be true for a sci-fi hoverboard to become a reality? Like, how would you even begin to engineer a board that floats and steers completely without that giant fan or the inflated cushion we talked about? I want to leave you with that question to chew on. Think about the specific, invisible pushes and pulls required to make that futuristic concept real. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and definitely keep questioning the invisible mechanics of the world around you.